beautiful ones. Oh, I'm going to have a casual conversation about scary movies today. I listen to Spotify and I have the free version and they have so many ads for scary movies lately. This is April 2018. I don't know what that's all about, but what I have become very convicted about, I've felt and known the truth of, is that if your life is not everything you want it to be, it is not the absolute highest, why is it shaking? Absolute highest creation that you can imagine. If you're not experiencing that right now, one small step, if you love to watch scary movies, is to stop training your brain to be fearful and to look for all of the scary parts about the world. Because we have the news, and I'm so baffled. I'm baffled that people even turn news on, since it's so obvious the pattern of terror, destruction, despair, and fear that is like 100% of it. So with scary movies, why are these producers creating this? Because our minds don't know the difference between what is real in this physical sense and what is only created by our thoughts, because it's all the same to our subconscious mind. So when we're watching a scary movie and we're thinking, and like we're into the movie, or even if we have it on in the background, our brains are hardwired for a negativity bias already. So we don't need to be adding more fear and more victimization to what we've already been programmed in our culture. Okay? So stay with me here. Like I said, our minds don't know the difference between what is happening in the real world, like, oh, there's not any scary monsters in the real world, so it's okay, I can watch this, we rationalize. But the feelings of fear and tension and like that paralyzing fear of, oh my God, there's something around the corner, that is a feeling that's created by our thoughts. Our feelings and our thoughts go hand in hand. Our feelings create our thoughts create our feelings, and those create how we perceive the world and what we expect to see, and it creates our reality and our life. So again, if you're not making the money you want to make, if you're not living in the house you want to live in, if you are generally not 110% just thrilled to live your life, it's because you have these programs that you have bought and sold to yourself on how the world works. And the scary movies just add to that, because you're training your mind and body for fear and for negativity. It's training your mind and your body to see the threat in everything. And we cannot create positively and consciously from this limited, contracted space. All right? How we are positive conscious creators is we eliminate everything that doesn't serve us, that doesn't reflect our preference. Now, I don't watch scary movies anymore. I used to. I didn't know any better. I didn't know basically how our minds work. I didn't know how reality worked. I'm still learning. I don't watch them anymore because I don't like feeling like crap. Pretty simple. Life can be going really great, and something will happen, and judgment about myself will get triggered, and I'll feel like this tension in my stomach. I don't need scary movies in my life, because when I'm watching a scary movie, it creates this like, not like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Oh, they're gonna die. Oh, this is so gory. Oh my God, I'm so glad like that was I'm so glad that was fake. But again, our subconscious doesn't know the difference. So even though you may not remember your dreams, it's still affecting, especially if you watch it at night before you go to sleep, still affecting you. It's reinforcing that negativity bias that our minds have, right? Our psyches. It's reinforcing the limited, victimized way of looking at the world, like there's something out to get us, and like there's something more powerful, like evil is more powerful than us, is what basically the theme of a lot of scary movies are. And I don't know about you, but I know the truth that light always wins over darkness, and truthfully, everything is pure light and love experiencing itself. So I don't even focus on what I don't like about the world, which would obviously be, I don't watch dystopian movies. I don't watch these scary movies of any kind. I don't watch gory movies or violent movies because, my current reality is that that's happening in the world around me, and I am training my mind to create a planet that is full of healing and just a beautiful force for good. So I would say, in my belief, that you are doing a disservice to yourself and to the value that your life here, the significance that it has, like your legacy. You're doing a disservice to the impact that you can have by polluting your perception, by polluting your energetic field, because since we are all one and our energetic vibration has an effect on the people around us, I believe that consuming, reading, watching, hearing anything that is not of our preference, or creating it even, focusing basically on what we don't want more of is not being responsible with our attention. Because where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy goes, attention flows. All right? So we are perpetrating the darkness in the world. We are perpetrating all of these terrible acts of violence against ourselves because we believed in the illusion of separation, right? We believe in the illusion of fear. We are creating more of that the more we consume it. And this even goes for music that does not uplift us. Music that has lyrics like, I'm going crazy, I need you. Like, I don't know, that's like 70% or more of what's popular. I'm not even like talking about the darker stuff, like certain rap or certain like heavy metal or anything like that. Like, I'm not, that's not a judgment of that music. It's what I hear in the lyrics. But what I'm concerned about is the pop music that our kids and itty bitty littles are consuming in the car, because adults know better. We're really freaking intelligent. We just have to be reminded that our attention is extremely powerful, way more powerful than we give credit to, because we are creating our experience in every single moment. So in each moment, we are choosing the kind of future we want to live in. So if in this moment I'm watching this horror film where, terrible things are happening that I don't actually want to happen in the future, if I'm watching a dystopian film where terrible things are happening and the people are victims, if I'm listening to music that is reiterating, say, a program or a belief I have that I need someone else to be happy or to be loved, that I am actually crazy, that I don't deserve anything like that, right? That any lyrics, any thoughts that don't align with love and our true nature of being powerful creators, please detox from that. Try it. Try filling your life with only media that lifts you higher. So you can try funny films. You can try films that make you laugh, because that creates more laughter and joy. Laughter blows up denseness. Like funny kids movies, I really like those. Those have generally a good moral of the story. Those are basically the only movies I watch anymore are kids movies, and maybe a funny movie if it's not violent. Yeah, so this is not being, some people might say, Krissa, oh, you're just ignoring the reality of the world by like not watching the news. Well, funny story. That is a ton of propaganda. And I'm sure you have realized that governments have agendas. And people who believe that they're victims, people who believe in that, or who are fearful, right? They're very easily to be controlled because their minds are contracted and they're not expanding to realizing their full potential. And it takes a ton of energy to stay contracted because nature is always expanding and growing. So it's taking a lot of effort. That's why we have like depression and disorders and we have diseases, because we're keeping ourselves contracted whenever our true nature is to expand and grow and bloom and to create more consciousness in the world. So we're being very disciplined. This is resiliency, okay? This is strength of mind. This is mental resiliency. And this is being extremely conscious isn't the word I'm looking for. But I said it earlier. This is like having the utmost integrity for yourself and for your family. So self-love is self-discipline. And yes, thank you for listening to this rant, and I'll be talking about this a lot more. Until then, I will be open to creating music and lyrics and media that uplifts and inspires and reminds us all of our true divine nature. Thank you so much. I love you.